What happened was, and I've never talked about this in depth because I'm still a licensed trainer by the Jockey Club.
Yeah.
And they have the
what
power.
Happened to you?
They have the power to restrict my license, take the license, which they did at the time.
Well, the way you've just talked about horses, I don't believe you would be unkind to them.
Exactly. So let me tell you, I had 3 horses who wintered at a stud 2 miles down the road, right? So out of season, they went down there. I paid 2 people to look after the horse, bring them in at night from the paddock in the day. I also had my staff. This was the misjudgment. The staff would go down in the morning, feed them, in the afternoon, feed them, in the night, feed them, and then the people that are paid to bring them into the stable at the night.
Because you can't leave them out in the cold overnight, yeah.
How's your Donald Duck? I go on holiday for the first time, 2 weeks. In them 2 weeks, you have not seen rain like at that time. It came down. Now, the horses were being kept out and not being brought in at night. My staff, who I trusted, they were my staff, were just going down, putting food over the rail. The 3 horses would come. 2 of them would fend the other one off. That wasn't getting any food. They wouldn't hang around long enough to see the horse eat the food. So the horses ended up losing weight considerably, Danny. The woman who looked after the stud fell out with her husband, left, and basically they were not being brought in at night. So the combination of they lost weight very, very quickly in the 10 days, 2 weeks. Some lady who had the stud next door rang the RSPCA, complained. Right, I was on holiday. I got a phone call, issued the staff to bring the horses back in. The RSPCA came round. They said the horses were fine. They've just lost condition. They had to put it on. Hence the complaint. I went to the Jockey Club because I'm a licensed trainer. Even though the horses weren't on the licensed premises at the time, they were under my care. And it was undue care and attention is why I got suspended and my licence withheld for 18 months.
But it's a huge punishment, Mick.
It's a massive punishment. And the only thing I can say, the Jockey Club has changed to the BHA now. But I thought I was reprimanded for being an ex-professional footballer who didn't quite know his job at that time. But I went through the process of a trainer for 3.5 years, earning my wings, as they say, apprenticeship on no money. And then to get your licence, you've got to go 3 one-week courses through the Jockey Club. A bit like your FIFA badges.
Absolutely.
You know, business management, staff management, stable management. And they thought I'd let myself down on the stable management. And the horses, within 2 weeks of being back, won as well.
So how did you?
It's a mistreatment of it.
How did you make a living then when you were suspended?
Again, we were up to about 30 horses, and the owners left because I wasn't training the horses, because obviously they wanted me to train the horses. And I had about 8 or 9 horses that went to a trainer just down the road. I could stay in racing, so I worked as assistant to Graham McCourt at the time. So I could, but again, I wasn't getting any money. So I had to go to the media and combine that. But I was determined to get my licence back and prove people wrong. And that's what I did. And no one else has ever heard that story. Because I'm still a licensed trainer. And if they heard this and they thought it was out of order, they could take my licence away again.
Sure. But you're only speaking the truth, as you know.
That is the way it was. And, of course, the papers go ballistic about this. And the rumours, like you just said,
yes,
Danny,
absolutely.
Were uncalled for. And anyone who knows me, knows my family, and knows the way I train, and people in the game, by the way, Richard Hannon, Mick Shannon, all back me up. Brian Meehan, all back me up.
Well, thank you for telling us that, because it needs to be said. And so you're back in, you're very much back